Good day, everyone. You're welcome back to today's class. Today, we're carrying out calculation on simultaneous equation using elimination method. When you look at the board, you can carry out substitution method, but it might be a little bit cumbersome. Another word for cumbersome means might be a little bit difficult. But let's see how to carry out elimination method. We have some cases in which you look at the coefficient of any of the number at the front of x and y and use to multiply both equation 1 and 2. In that case, none of the coefficients of x and y will be the same, because you can see coefficient of y is 3 in equation 1 and coefficient of y in equation 2 is minus 3. Y that of equation 1 is plus 3. Okay, you can add the equation 1 and 2 together so that y will cancel out. You'll be left with x. But in the case that the coefficient of x and y, they are not the same at all, you can pick 4 of the equation 2 to multiply all the numbers, to multiply all the expression in equation 1. That is, you now be 4 times 2x to form another equation. 4 times 2x, you write it down, plus 4 times 3y, you put it down, 4 times 12, you put it down. Okay? You now use this coefficient of x in equation 1 to multiply all the expression in equation 2 likewise. Now be 2 times 4x, you put it down, 2 times minus 3y, you put it down, 2 times 6, you put it down to form equation 4. In that case, you now get one of the numbers that are the same when none of the coefficients of x and y are the same. That's when you do that. But when you look at this question, the coefficient of y, they are the same. You can see that of a part, that will be minus 2y minus 2y. You just subtract equation 2 from 1 so that you can eliminate y. That's what we call elimination method. But if you want to carry out substitution method, you make x the subject of the formula or y the subject of the formula and substitute in the other equation. Is that okay? If you are making x the subject of the formula or y the subject of the formula in equation 1, you substitute it in equation 2. Likewise, you can do that. Make in equation 2, make x or y the subject of the formula and substitute in equation 1. But the best way to do it when you have the coefficient of y or x the same is to carry out elimination method directly. Okay, let's start with the first one. We are having 5x minus 2y equals to 4. That's equation 1. We are having 3x minus 2y equals to 16. That's equation 2. From here, you can see that to cancel or to eliminate y, you have to subtract equation 2 from equation 1. Put the negative sign here so that you don't forget. Let's write it as statement. Subtract equation 2 from equation 1. From equation 1. When you do that, now write 5x minus 3x come to y minus 2y minus 2y. Okay, minus 2y equals to, let's come to 4 in equation 1 equals to 4 minus 16. 5x minus 3x, having 2x minus 2y minus negative and negative as plus 2y equals to 4 minus 16, that's minus 12. Minus 2y cancel plus 2y. I left with 2x equals to minus 12. To get x, divide both sides by 2. 2 cancel 2. Therefore, okay, here at this point, 2 here 1, 2 in 12, 6. From here, your x now equals, therefore, our x equals to minus 6. Our x equals to minus 6. That's the elimination method. We have eliminated y to get x. Now let's substitute x equals to minus 6 in equation 1. Equation 1. When you do that, you have it. Anyway, see x, substitute the value in equation 1. 5 into minus 6 minus 2y equals to 4. 5 times minus 6, that's minus 30. Minus 2y equals to 4. Let's collect the like terms. Collect the like terms. Now minus 2y equals 4 minus 30 cross equals sign turn to positive plus 30 minus 2y equals 4 plus 30, that is 34. Divide both sides by minus 2. When you do that, minus 2 cancel minus 2. Now 2 into 1, 2 in 3, 1, remainder 1. 2 in 3, 1, remainder 1. Now 2 in 14, that is 7. Y equals to minus 17. Therefore, x equals to minus 6, y equals to minus 17. Let's check to know whether what we got is correct. Because negative, positive divided by negative give you negative. That's why we have minus 17. Let's check. If you substitute those values and we're unable to get 4 or 16, you can pick any of the equations. That means that we are wrong. And 5 into minus 6 minus 2 into minus 17. Now it will be equals to 5 times minus 6, that's minus 30. Minus 2 times minus 17, we are in plus 34. Because negative and negative give you positive. Minus 30 plus 34, that's 4. And see that you are in 4. That means that we are correct. Now let's solve the second equation. This elimination method. You eliminate x or y from the equation. In this case, you have to eliminate y so that you can get x first. Because you can say that coefficient of y are the same, it's only signs that are different, and you try to look at the sign to know whether to use positive or negative before you eliminate the number. And see the first equation, we introduce negative so that the negative of the second minus 2y in equation 2 will turn to positive, so that when you now get minus 2y plus 2y to cancel out. Now let's check the second equation. 2x plus 3y equals to 12. That's equation 1. And having 4x minus 3y equals to 6. That's equation 2. Let's look at it very well. You can see that we have opposite sign plus 3y minus 3y. What we need to do is to just add them straightforward. Add equation 1 and 2 together to cancel y. We need to eliminate y. Add equation 1 and equation 2. Add equation 1 and equation 2. When you add equation 1 and equation 2, put this sign of addition so that you don't forget. 2x plus 4x come to plus 3y of the equation 1 plus minus 3y equals to 12 plus 6. 2x plus 4x as 6x plus 3y plus 3y. Because it's negative, we give you negative 3y equals to 12 plus 6, that's 18, plus 3y will cancel minus 3y. Let's put this in bracket so that we can see that it's positive and negative give us negative. We are left with 6x equals to 18. Divide both sides by 6 so that I can get our x. 6 cancel 6. 6 and 6, 1. 6 and 18, 3. Therefore, x equals to 3. Now let's substitute the value of x in equation 1. Substitute x equals to 3 in equation 1. When you do that, you have 2x. Anyway, you see x, you put the value there. 2 into 3 plus 3y plus 3y equals to 12. 2 times 3, that's 6, plus 3y equals to 12. Collect the like terms. When you collect the like terms, now have 3y equals 12. Take 6 across the equal sign, turn to negative. 12 minus 6, which is equals to 6. 3y equals to 6. Divide both sides by 3. Divide both sides by 3. When you do that, you have 3y over 3 equal to 6 divided by 3. 3 cancel 3. 3 and 3, 1. 3 and 6, 2. Therefore, our y equals to 2. X equals to 3. X equals to 3. Y equals to 2. Let's check to know whether we're correct. Anywhere you see x, substitute the value. If you're able to get 12 or 6, that means that we're correct. I'm picking equation 1. 2 into 3 plus 3 into 2. 2 times 3, that's 6. 3 times 2, that's 6. 6 plus 3, that's 12. Which is what you have in equation 1. This is how to carry out elimination method. Try to eliminate x or y. Since you're having the same number already in the equation, you don't need to multiply equation 2 by the coefficient of x or y in equation. You don't need to multiply equation 1 by any of the coefficient of x or y in equation 2. And likewise, you don't need to multiply equation 2 by any of the coefficients of x or y in equation 1 in order to make any of the coefficient of x or y to be the same. From the question, the numbers are the same, just for you to look at the sign to know the sign to put, whether addition or subtraction, in order to eliminate any of the letters. That brings us to the end of the class. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more updates, and also don't forget to leave your question in the comment section. Thanks for listening. See you in the next class. Have a blessed day.